Vogue Williams, I'm a Celeb own goal. 10 years after husband Spencer Matthews' memorable unsuccessful stint, her own appearance proves a disaster. When Vogue Williams landed down in Australia this month, it seemed she had nothing to lose. The Irish broadcaster, 40, is known for her cheerful demeanor and charisma, however arguably isn't as big a name as her maid and Chelsea actor husband Spencer Matthews, 37. So when Vogue joined her for I'm a Celebrity, the public were curious to see how she'd get on, with bookmakers giving her excellent odds to be named Queen of the Jungle before she'd even set foot in camp. There was also conjecture that her show presence could finally lift the dark I'm a Celeb cloud hovering over the Matthews household, with Vogue's cameo coming 10 years after Spencer was expelled off the program for steroid use. However, within days of entering the camp as a late entrant, Vogue's popularity had plummeted, with Ladbrokes suddenly considering her the least favorite to win, with odds of 200 to 1. And on Monday evening, Vogue's jungle trip officially came to an end as she became the third campmate to be voted out of camp, following on from Alex Scott and Eddie Cuddy. Viewers went to X/Twitter to convey their delight that she was going, although it was observed that the outcome may have been different for the Dublin native if the voting was open in Ireland. It was Vogue's clunky comments and fallouts with her other campmates that looked to drop her out of public favor, but PR guru and top celebrity agent Jonathan Shalit told Daily Mail that all isn't lost with the presenter. Vogue Williams is a tremendously brilliant broadcaster with a natural charisma that audiences intuitively gravitate to, Jonathan stated. The jungle is one of the toughest places on television. People are fatigued, hungry, and emotional. It is very easy for one or two comments to land differently than intended, but none of that takes away from the fact she handled herself with honesty, humor, and compassion. What viewers also noticed is the strength of her bond with Spencer. He has been her biggest supporter throughout, and together they're one of the most engaging and sympathetic couples on British TV. A short run in the jungle doesn't dent Vogue's trajectory at all. If anything, it reminds people why she's so engaging. She's authentic. With the profile boost from I'm a Celeb and continuous success of her ventures with Spencer, she will come out of this even stronger. Public perception towards Vogue first started to flip when former model Vogue confessed she felt so ugly. Viewers accused her of begging for compliments when she turned to Ruby Wax and Lisa Riley in a heart-to-heart and stated she felt nervous about her looks because everyone in camp was so beautiful looking. Ruby went on to tell her, "You're the prettiest person I've ever seen in my life." Vogue also raised feathers in camp when she battled with Angry Ginge, who is currently favored to win the competition, about the washing up. During Monday's broadcast, Angry Ginge, actual name Morgan Birtwistle, was seen recommending that the campmates minimize the number of crockery used at meal times to help make the washing up easier. Vogue was first to fight back, saying, "People have the right to have a clean bowl in the morning and a clean whatever they want in the afternoon, and a clean one in the evening." Kelly Brook then joined in to explain that she wanted to keep eating out of the cups in the morning, since it made it feel more like breakfast and added variety to their meals. But Angry Ginge was having none of it, striking out again. "So we're double the washing up because it seems a bit more like breakfast?" Doubling down in her exit interview, Vogue stood by her remarks, telling Ant and Dec, "Ginge and H are a bit reluctant to their chores. I don't really grasp the whole cupgate. I basically change into what I'm like at home." Last week, viewers were left upset when Vogue avoided the first vote-off after taking on Kelly Brook in a drinking challenge. She was challenged with downing a blended drink of fish eyes and fermented fish, while Kelly opted for a mixture of pig vagina and bull penis. While she was first to clear her glass, fans remarked that she spilled a lot of the contents, before swiftly vomiting it right back up, and suggested that Kelly should have been named the winner instead. She did, however, redeem herself on the challenge front when she took on the Wrecking Balls of Rage, which saw her fight her way through a slime-coated obstacle course to earn all the stars on offer. Eyebrows were also raised when it appeared that Spencer wouldn't be coming to Australia to greet Vogue following her jungle experience. The couple have been married since 2018, and they share 3 children together: Theodore, 6, Gigi, 4, and Otto, 2. Daily Mail stated that Spencer isn't attending Vogue Down Under because he is on a plan to complete 7 full Ironman triathlons on 7 continents in only 21 days. Instead, It was Vogue's manager and companion Louisa McDonald that went to Australia. A source stated that the timing is unfortunate, but inevitable, with the pair's hectic schedules colliding and neither commitment able to be shifted. They explained, "The timing isn't great at all, but sometimes these things happen and Vogue and Spencer's diaries just collide." Of course, Spencer liked nothing more than support Vogue in Australia and be there waiting for her when she exits the jungle, but both committed to their respective projects, and regrettably, the schedules clash. There's a slight chance Spencer may accomplish his triathlon challenge ahead of time, but it's unlikely he would then fly to Australia. They'll both be missing their children, who will stay in London, continue attending school, and no likely support their parents from afar, catching Vogue on TV whenever they can. After Vogue was booted out of camp, Spencer turned to social media to laud his courageous and fearless wife and claimed he could not wait to be reunited with her and their kids. He penned, "Disappointed to learn that my darling Vogue is out of I'm a Celeb, but I'm so proud of the gutsy stint she did in there. She displayed passion, courage, and fearlessness in obstacles, and, as always, was such a positive and pragmatic figure in camp. I would have wanted nothing more than to have been there for her when she came out, and am sending so much love from Antarctica. On the good side, we can now all FaceTime. I know she'll have missed the kids like mad, and I can't wait to hear her voice and for us to all be reunited next week." It would have been interesting to see Spencer back at the famed campsite 10 years after he was axed from I'm a Celebrity. He was booted from the ITV show after just 3 days in 2015 over anabolic steroid use, a move that left him very mortified. Speaking to the Mirror after his departure, Spencer confessed, "Why did I leave I'm a Celebrity after just 3 days? The basic explanation is that I screwed up and have some explaining to do. Shortly after I landed in Australia, I notified the production team that I was using a steroid-based treatment that had began some weeks previously. When I started taking this course of drugs, it was in preparation for a charity boxing event which, sadly, never took place.